saw him as a great soldier and a wily politician who 1,600 years later, as a George Bernard Shaw, the greatest dramatist of our time, who saw Caesar as a wise and disenchanted old man. This program is about these four views of Caesar. And we begin it with the great Roman's view of himself.
The Nervii were a fierce and warlike people and vowed they would never sue for peace nor accept it on any terms. I sent my cavalry a little in advance and followed with the rest of my forces. The Nervii had retired into a wood. We began to construct a camp. Suddenly they appeared in full force and swept down on my cavalry. I had everything to do at once. Hoist a flag, form a battle line, instruct the men, and sound the trumpet signal for going into action. My soldiers were so pushed for time, they couldn't even take the covers from their shields or put on helmets. I made my way to the front. My coming slowed the enemy's assault. Even some of the Roman soldiers who had fallen down exhausted, bleeding from their wounds, rose and began to fight again, leaning on their shields. And so we won this battle. On hearing news of it, the Nervii's old men sent envoys to me and surrendered.
Mighty Caesar. Mighty Caesar, we are conquered. Have mercy. Have mercy. Of 60,000 fighting men, only 500 have survived. Of 600 tribal leaders, only 3 are alive. Mercy on us, Caesar.
I will protect you from harm. I will secure the safety of your persons and possessions against your neighbors. Thus it is written in Caesar's commentaries.
Of course it is thus written in the commentaries. Ye gods, what was I to do? I had just finished slaughtering 5,500 men. Anyway, what would you expect me to write about myself? Who wishes to be considered as less than merciful? The commentaries served a purpose, a political purpose. Plutarch understood this. I won't say he knew more about me than I knew about myself, but I will say that he told more about me than I told about myself. Listen to Plutarch. Caesar was born to do great things, and he had a passion after honor. Now, this is me in Spain, as Plutarch reported. I'm crying. Do you consider that I have not just cause to weep when I realize that Alexander at my age had conquered so many nations, and I, in all this time, have done nothing that is memorable? It's true. I was enormously ambitious. I was a wily, calculating chap. No doubt about it. Listen. Caesar was profuse in his expenses. By his great liberality in theatrical shows, in processions and public feastings, he gained the people's favor, and everyone was eager to find offices and honors for him. It was a simple political investment, don't you see? Not only that, but I arranged to have Pompey marry my daughter Julia. It worked very well until Julia died. I was very upset about that. I loved Julia, but I did not love Pompey. He had his friends in the Senate demand that I disband my Gallic legions or be declared an enemy of the state. Plutarch describes the manner in which I financed my successful campaign against Pompey.
I am Metellus, the tribune. The laws prohibit anyone from taking money from the public treasury without proper justification.
And I am Caesar. And there is a time for laws and a time for arms. The keys to the treasury.
Would you defy the law, Caesar? Would you have it said that Caesar respects not the law?
I am being generous. You and all others who have appeared against me are in my power to be treated as I please.
I protest in the name of the government.
If you cause any more disturbance, I will have you put to death. And know this, young man, it is harder for me to have to say that than it is to do it. I won the war against Pompey. I revised the laws and the calendar. I started magnificent public works. And then they assassinated me. My dear friends, Plutarch tells you why. That which brought upon Caesar the most apparent and mortal hatred was his desire of being king. Exactly.
As you have seen, Caesar, according to Plutarch, was a callous and brilliant politician. Caesar, according to Shakespeare, disagrees with that estimation.
How vile, how contemptible to reduce my greatness and my genius to such a base motive. Only the greatest poet could understand the greatest man. Plutarch was fit to be my menial, for him to take my name as an affront. Shakespeare knew my stature. Plutarch says that I was hated for wanting to be king, the fool. I was king. To be Caesar was to be king. Watch. Nor heaven nor earth hath been at peace tonight. Thrice in her sleep hath Calpurnia cried out, "Help ho! They murder Caesar."
Oh! What mean you, Caesar? Think you to walk forth? You shall not stir out of your house today.
Caesar shall fall. The things that threaten me ne'er look but upon my back. When they shall see the face of Caesar, they are vanishing.
Caesar, I never stood on ceremonies, yet now they fright me. A lioness hath whelped in the streets, and graves have yawned and yielded up their dead. Fierce, fiery warriors fought upon the clouds, in ranks and squadrons and right form of war, which drizzled blood upon the Capitol. The noise of battle hurtled in the air. Horses did neigh, and dying men did groan, and ghosts did shriek and squeal about the streets. Oh, Mother, these things are beyond all use, and I do fear them.
Cowards die many times before their death. The valiant never tasted death but once. Of all the wonders that I ever yet have heard, it seems to me most strange that men should fear, seeing that death, a necessary end, will come